Rolling.
How's that? Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay. 6B, take 1. Okay, guys, I'm up. And count to 3 and land on 3. 1, 2, 3. Back up.
Fuck.
No problem. 1, 2, 3.
So what do you think?
I don't want to be a webcam girl. It just feels wrong.
Cut. What was that? That was good.
That's fucking hot.
The script was originally called and even developed under the title of Webcam. Once we had a distributor with Panorama Entertainment, they suggested we change the title because they felt it related more to the story.
The character I play, her name is Jessica, a mid-20s girl, middle class, nothing particularly special about her. She's fairly easy to look at, but she has a lot of intelligence that I think people often overlook. She's a new mother, a mother to a little baby girl who is about 6 months old. So she's, really trying to figure out motherhood while working as a webcam stripper at home and putting herself through medical school.
That was very important to me, and I just loved in the script, just right off the bat, showing the two sides of Jessica.
So, the girl is smart. She has drive. She has ambition. She has an aggressiveness to her, which I think will serve her well when she experiences the challenges that she experiences in this film. She's really real. She's raw. She's an everyday girl. Most of the time that you see her, she's not going to be wearing a lot of makeup, and she's going to be sweaty and in her pajamas, which is what I love about that character. She doesn't go to sleep with makeup on and then wake up with even more makeup on. So she's hopefully relatable.
Do you know how easy it is to bump a lock? No, you probably don't. Oh, I forgot that you have the word girl sewn onto the ass of your pants. I always wanted to ask you, girls, is the point of that to get strangers to look at your ass? Or do you think putting it there is the only way they'll get the message?
Alright, big Hardy, big whoa. But in the brick. But not so smoky. So not so smoky. Right.
Smokey and the
like
Bandit.
That was you did it at the end of the last...
I don't fucking know.
It was awesome. It was like...
How about ha ha ha?
Ha ha ha! That was epic. I think that was it.
That's it.
That's the letter. That's the laugh.
My character Ben is overall a good guy. He hasn't had much luck with women in the past because they say that nice guys finish last. And I think that's true in Ben's case. Jessica, I think, was looking for something a little more dangerous, and Ben didn't offer that.
It's like a carnival in here.
What? No! What? Don't mess with it. I've got to just write. No. Don't.
He hasn't been able to get over her or the way that she treated him since. He still loves her, but he knows that it'll never be the same, and he wants her back, but she just keeps pushing him away. So they've stayed, quote-unquote, friends, even though he wants more.
Well, Cam Girl for me, that was the third script I wrote, And what I did is I set out to just write the most marketable thing I could that could be made on a low budget. And just to try to get the ball rolling, I started thinking of jobs. I thought, what jobs can take place, mostly out of the home. And that's when I came upon the concept of a cam girl. And I really knew nothing about it at that point. So I just dove into that subject matter. I read a really helpful book, which is called Candy Girl, which is written by famed screenwriter Diablo Cody. And that was just about her history as a stripper that she did prior to that. And it was just very interesting and kind of brought you into that world.
Resonation.
Everybody got shit on
Makeup.
Chinese had to work on their
In full work mode.
Cleaning brushes, sterilizing.
Sterilizing is good.
Yes, it
Put them
is.
in contained
Gotta
areas.
sterilize.
Very similar to concentration camps.
Or you
Yeah.
give people diseases.
You had fun doing the gore makeup for the opening scene.
I
The
did.
throat cut.
Yes, very much so. I think that next movie, Kurt, you gotta write in an effect per scene.
I'll get right on
Some
that.
monsters, some aliens,
More blood in the next one.
more blood. Create a monster.
What was that? So you didn't use the no budget version of blood. You didn't do the whole food coloring Caro syrup thing.
No,
right?
no, no. That can stain skin, and if we had to do more takes of that, it would be a mess to get off. Can stain carpets, stain, ruin clothing.
For us laymen, so what was it? Some kind of powder
Yeah, I
base?
used it's called Wicked Powder. It's made by a local effects company that sells. It's called FX Warehouse. And you take that and you mix it with water, and then you mix that into corn syrup, and you can, depending on how much powder you use, it's how dark the blood is going to be. And it's washable, and I don't think it's edible, but we didn't encounter that. Yeah.
And the other thing interesting that I learned is what was the trick he used for getting it up?
Shaving cream. Shaving cream gets fake blood out of anything.
There you go.
There you go.
Make your own damn movie. Shaving cream.
Shaving cream.
To get the fake blood up.
Yes.
My name is Bjorn Discute Jr. The character I play in webcam is Gus. Shaking her ass in the webcam. Oh, get a girl. Oh, get a girl. By day, I'm a little plumber. Hey, Princess. Haven't I seen you somewhere before?
No.
I don't think I have. Are you some kind of actress or a performer?
I'm an anesthesiologist. Must have been somebody else.
Yeah, whatever you say.
Guess nobody ever told him that crack kills.
In its sentence, Webcam's a movie about a girl on a webcam. The guy she dates basically sets it up and, to make money. She's got a kid, got to pay the bills, and I enjoy watching her. Dancing. Shaking it.
All you're gonna do is scare her.
I get paid to come and scare her. I come over as a plumber and checking things out. She's checking out my tools. And I come back later after watching her for a little while on the webcam and come give her a little visit.
Odorico's rolling. Rolling. Okay. Quiet on set. 52 wide, take 2. 52 wide, take 2. Okay, lock it up.
Sucking dicks. Second sticks.
Settled. Okay, everyone ready? Bjorn, you ready? Ready. Odorico ready?
Yeah.
Action.
Come on, now. Go.
Jesus Christ.
I wanna dance!
Ulrika, did you do it all wrong?
I did it all wrong. He's gonna be pissed. The door is destroyed.
You did it all wrong? How was it all wrong?
Door, yes. Well,
I asked if you fucking were ready, man. But
no, it doesn't have that to do.
how was it wrong?
Just watch it. Just watch it.
Come on, now. Go. We have like several of the movement that will work. At the beginning, I got all wrong.
Yeah. Man, I thought that thing would go through for sure on the first go.
Well, no, he was telling me he hit soft that first time, so I was doing that. So
Yeah.
I hit soft, and then boom.
Oh, and then it just like goes.
Just to have two in it, but then he stopped and I went and down to a.
Go ahead and hit stop on that before you moon. What did you do? Moon the whole thing, Rob?
What was it like to break down a door?
It was like the last time I broke down a door.
Are we doing the payoff right now?
Because Jessica is a webcam stripper, which is not traditionally something that you see explored in a lot of films. I became a webcam stripper. No, I did not. I did kind of look into it, and I mean, there's strange things you can find on the internet. But I just kind of familiarized myself with that industry, which is apparently rather common. That probably most people don't know about. But more importantly, I think what I found most interesting about it is it's not always these incredibly beautiful, women. It's just real normal, people. And there's a laziness to it even. No offense certainly to anyone who does it, but it's kind of just, it's like the easiest money it seems that you could ever make in the world. I mean, these women are, on their webcams, doing their work for minutes, under 5 minutes, and just the amount of money that is poured into this type of industry, I found was very interesting. So I really tried to be the girl who, because she's a new mother, she's probably, though she's in better shape than she probably has been in the past, is still dealing with the changes in her body. And I definitely made that a point as an actor to, not let myself go by any means, but not care as much about it, so that I would be aware of it. I'd be conscious of it, conscious of the way I looked all the time and the way people perceive me. And I think that kind of helped with her vulnerability. And really just in terms of, the things I had to do when she was at work, it was just, it was very, improvised. The director, Curt Wiser, was very, very open, to my interpretation. And I think, hopefully I just think it came across incredibly natural and just like a girl who knows how to use her looks to get what she wants. But never really gives up too much. And it's interesting how people will swoon, over that. It's an interesting dynamic.
I'm not equating it to Paul Schrader, but it kind of was my taxi driver in a way that, the job, the vocation really kind of informed who this character was. And then the story kind of evolved from there.
Scene 10, take 5.
He's scratching your butt when she opens the door.
Butter.
Butt.
Alright.
So with your left hand.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you good?
Steady.
Or your stomach. Whatever feels right. Just let it come to you.
Alright.
Alright,
talking about God dang, yeah. And action.
Hey, how you doing? Thank you so much for coming on short notice.
It's not a problem, man. Excuse me.
Airplane.
Okay, back to one then. No, I didn't. Still rolling. We're gonna do another.
Airplane.
What was that? What happened?
Fucking airplane.
Do I think that webcam emphasizes the differences between men and women in relationships? I think a big part, if not the central theme of the film, is the relationship between men and women and how they are two different beasts and they have a difficult time coexisting, particularly in this case, especially where there's a kid involved and you have two people who are otherwise selfish human beings who all of a sudden their lives are turned upside down and they have to make all these sacrifices because they have a baby involved.
Why were you trying to trick me into getting you pregnant, Jess?
Guess he beat you to it.
I don't know how many times I have to tell you that that was an accident.
Oh, right. It was an accident, of course. It was an accident that you pushed me away in bed for weeks. It was an accident that I wasn't good enough for you, and that our sex just stopped because you wanted to. Except that one night when you decided to drop your panties and jump on me, right?
There it is.
I think it shows that games get played a lot in relationships. It's a power struggle constantly. Ben is frustrated that Jessica isn't willing to give him some of the power, that she's not willing to collaborate in a relationship. She needs to be dominant, and that frustrates him because it makes him feel like less of a man. And I think you have to find that balance. People say, who wears the pants? In relationships like that, where one person's wearing the pants, it's not a healthy relationship.
Your first film's pretty important, and I'd like to think this says something. It's certainly not just a film I made for interest, in money or anything like that. It was definitely a passion project. I'd like to think some other people involved feel the same way.
It was my first time working with Joe Coffey, though it has not been the last time. He and I have shot several projects this year together. We really built a great relationship on screen and off screen. We're great friends. He too was fearless, and he cares so much about what he does, and does it wholeheartedly. And I think that we actually, potentially know each other better than some people in our personal lives because of the way we, just really had to trust each other.
He kind of came in at the last minute. He auditioned and agreed to come on board just about a week and a half or so before we started production. Everything was set to go, locations, everything. Cast, crew were on their way. They're going to be here. And we just got Joe Coffey in time to play Ben, who is every bit as important as Jessica. In fact, I like to think his job is almost it could be harder because he's got to convey a lot with his voice. Jessica, however, had the more vulnerable position about being in every scene. I even told Aaron Nicole Klein, I'm like, you're in every scene of this movie, so that's quite a gift, isn't it? I'd like to think that's something you'd want to be a part of. So it's like, yeah, maybe I can. So that was a big part of it too.
Erin's great. She's just a lot of fun, and she's a professional. She comes prepared, and she's not afraid to improv. And the two of us just had a really great chemistry on set. And I have the utmost respect for Erin because she brought some serious acting chops to the table and seemed to have the intuition and respect for me and other people on set. So I knew it was going to be a good match from the start.
Are we gonna need those boots anymore?
No, they can be his if you want.
They're yours, man.
Awesome.
Yep, we got all the
Okay.
inserts.
Steel toed, man. Those are fucking awesome.
Yep.
Gus Boots. Awesome. You guys totally need to sponsor me. I just made a movie with your boots.
Yeah.
And named myself after you.
It was destiny, just meant to be.
People get sick. It happens all the time, but it's particularly a case in the career path that we've chosen in this industry. You know, you can be pulling all-nighters and get like 4 hours of sleep in the middle of the afternoon and then have to be back on set.
But after it was all said and done, I was exhausted, and I'm sure the actors and the rest of the crew will agree with me. So I pretty much just passed out for about 2 days and then woke up again.
So
Okay, so it's like 5:30 in the morning.
High five.
Microphone.
And
Yeah.
Come on, high five.
I'm like fingerprints.
Just from the top.
And I don't know what his job is. His name is Keith.
He's
blood
production
everywhere.
designer. Some guy, I don't know what his job is.
He just walked in and started bleeding.
He's the on-set bleeder.
This is a zombie film.
He makes all the blood for me. He's my assistant.
So all I know is he farts a lot and bleeds a lot.
This is not sanitary, man.
Not at all.
Not at all.
We have a guest that has arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Keith Norstein!
Oh, the one and only!
Oh, this is exciting.
No nipple, dude. No nipple. I don't like nipple stuff. I don't like nipple stuff.
On every set, no matter how safety conscious you are, something can still happen. And I was very aware of that. And when there are moments that involved any kind of physical interaction, I was really wary of that. We really planned everything out. Everybody involved, from the practical aspects of what's going on in the scene to the actors, were all there and talked it out first. And everything was as safe as we could make it.
Sir?
We're not shooting this. We're not using this. They're going to be against the
This is
wall.
just for us.
Yes.
This is just for us.
Even after we had that physical action going against the wall pretty much well covered, they still wanted to go through the motion to carry it through for when they do the dialogue. So we're filming, and then all of a sudden, Erin Nicole Klein, she's on the other actor's back, and unlike how it was in every other take, the actor kind of leans more to his right, and Erin goes,
Oh my god. Everybody okay?
that was that one.
It was all just a challenge because, we were running with a small crew and we were working in a very small space. And as I mentioned before, it was Florida and it was summer and you can't run the air conditioning because it messes with the audio. So there was no air conditioning. And it was just very, very hot. And, with people being very, very hot, and tired and high emotion comes, an agitation, but it was wonderful because we were all feeling it together and we all were, just kind of stuck together like a family. So I would say that the conditions were maybe difficult, but we were all in it together.
We, on the set, it was kind of a fast-paced thing, but I was really fully prepared. I really planned from initially, okay, we've got 18 days. That's why I wrote it to be kind of contained and character-driven, very much dialogue-driven, which I think is my strength. And what kind of went along with that is that everything was really that house was the central location for everything. We used the closets as actual storage space for the production. We had all kinds of props and spare, production equipment in there. We used we even used the closet in Jessica's bedroom as that was where some of the wardrobe was kept. Most of it was prop, but it was in there. It doubled as that. Craft services, a lot of the snacks were kept, hidden in the kitchen. We of course had to empty out the refrigerator each time and unplug it for sound. So yeah, it was a constant juggle between that. Okay, we're also kind of, in a sense, even at times living here, and it's the main location.
That is a wrap on Mr. Orange Scoot. The man. Yes.
How
does it feel? Yeah.
I'm tired. It's a good shoot.
What's your fondest memory? Of your 4 days?
Slamming through the door.
Slamming through the door.
The ending, before I even started writing Cam Girl, the script, I knew what ending I had in mind. Otherwise, I don't really see a point in starting.
I know what I assume happens, and I absolutely know what Joe thinks happens. And though they were, wildly conflicting, I have I have come to understand his point, and that is that unfortunately, I don't think that Jessica learned her lesson per se. So you can, as the audience, make a choice on what you think happens.
It's an ambiguous ending, but I really feel it has closure. The audience will have a sense of closure, but one person might interpret it a different way than another, and that's fine. That's what I hope. One of the Aaron Klein at one point during one of the last days of production asked me, "What do you think happens? After the credits roll from here?" And I said, "I have my ideas. I mean, what do you think?" And that's literally how I feel about it. She kind of just nodded it off like, "Gee, thanks," but she got my point, and I'm sure the lead actors and myself might even have 3 different opinions on it, but that's what's great. What matters is that it's a great ride, and you feel something by the end of it.
I have a lot of free time. If somebody else would, I don't know, maybe go back out with me, I could give this all up.
I don't think it ends well, and that's what I really, really love about this movie, because things don't always end well.
The editor, Curtis Norton, and I, we really did everything we could during post-production to just maximize the potential of what we had. All the screens, all the laptop screens and TV screens, those are composited. I mean, one insert was of the fan. So we have this rig coming down from attached to the fan, the ceiling fan. It's not even the exact type of model of ceiling fan that's in the scene, but it's blocked in a way you really can't tell. And I just love the use of seeing that locked off to the blade of the fan as you see the ceiling spin behind it.
We have disturbing news to
We also
report
shot all the inserts for the news, the bookends of the newscast that you see at the beginning of the film that kind of just brings you in to the subject and lets you know that there's a stalker out there, he's the box cutter killer, etc., just to kind of set the tone. And we took our time. I built that backing just out of wood and used track lighting just to give it some kind of atmosphere, some background, and I think we did pretty good. I even did some rotoscoping to match the lighting that's outside, so it's not too mismatched from take to take.
And that is a fucking production wrap of principal photography of webcam. Yeah! Fucking A. Yay! We did it. 18 days.
Shot a feature in 18 days, bro.
That's like a boot camp.
Yay!
The production was just fast and furious, but one of the most rewarding experiences I've ever had in my life. I wouldn't trade it for anything. We really kind of just all banded together, and we really just kind of shared this vision, and I was very open to other people's suggestions because I don't have all the answers.
Being an actor, it can be a lonely life. You're going from one job to the next. You don't stay with a job for a long period of time. So when you are on a job, the people that you meet become your temporary family. You start to let down your own walls and start to see people for who they really are, which is a really beautiful thing. And I always look forward to that. especially on those late nights when people are just completely drained from working all day, and all of a sudden it's like, you know, you just look at someone and like you just start cracking up because you realize that you're in a similar situation and you just want to like get this thing done, but it's also like crazy and hectic, but beautiful and wonderful at the same time. And there's no place else that you'd rather be but on set at that moment with those people.
Goodbye. Okay, that's a wrap.
All of me. Why not take all of me? Can't you see? I'm no good without you. Take my lips, I wanna lose them. Take my arms, I'll never use them. Your goodbye left me with eyes that cry. I know that I'm no good without you. You took the part that once was my heart, so why not?
No, it's not.